You can see behind me it's a hazy day in the Utah Valley. One environmental group says this is the result of a unique event that took place over the weekend. Dust from the Great Salt Lake blowing into Utah County.
I was just out mountain biking and saw what was going on, took some videos.
Dr. Ben Abbott took this video of a dust storm that blew into Utah County on Saturday.
It was rush hour, so you just saw tons of cars coming through here, blanketed in dust.
It's not something frequently seen. Dust from the Great Salt Lake making it all the way into Utah County. The wind was blowing toward the south from a storm on the Utah-Idaho border.
And that air moved across the Great Salt Lake at 35 miles an hour. Picked up dust and moved it southward all the way through Salt Lake County and into Utah County, significantly reducing visibility in those areas.
How often does that happen?
We don't actually know how often we have these dust storms associated with Great Salt Lake dust.
That's because of a lack of monitoring equipment. Utah's Department of Environmental Quality is working to expand the number of dust monitors around some communities. But Dr. Abbott, who's a Brigham Young University ecology professor who also heads the environmental group Grow the Flow, says it needs to go around the entire lake and be able to warn communities impacted.
Right now, because of the lack of monitoring infrastructure, we can't say that this is any specific event, except for when we have a smoking gun, right? When we can see it coming off the lake, blowing into the valley.
Fox 13 News has documented many dust storms from the exposed Great Salt Lake bed.
The particles that are lifted off the Great Salt Lake will make it to all of the surrounding communities in Salt Lake County, Utah County, or if it's going the other direction, can make it all the way up to Logan pretty easily.
Dr. Kevin Perry at the University of Utah is researching the impacts of Great Salt Lake dust. What's concerning to a lot of people is what's in the lake bed. Arsenic and other potentially hazard minerals are naturally occurring. When the lake bed is exposed, they can be carried into nearby communities. But Dr. Perry says even without the chemicals, dust alone is bad for your health.
The big particles can only stay in the atmosphere for a few minutes to a few hours. The smaller particles, the ones that get deep inside your lungs, will stay in the atmosphere for up to 2 weeks.
Last week, the Great Salt Lake dropped low enough that it triggered some forced conservation measures.
This has to be all hands on deck. And I see op-eds and comments on social media saying it's all the farmers, it's all the cities, it's all the data centers. We all need to cut our water consumption.
Because of all the concerns surrounding the Great Salt Lake, the Utah State Legislature is going to go into special session and lake issues will be on the agenda, though how far it goes remains to be seen. In Provo Canyon, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.